Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Jets Radio. This is one of your hosts, Tyson Roush, and this show, I don't even know what to expect. I don't know what to say. First of all, we want to thank everybody that joined us on YouTube. After every game, 1 hour after the game, we do a live stream on YouTube. We're doing one on Monday nights, too, like a day after all the emotion of Sunday goes off. And we appreciate everyone's time to talk to us, to interact with us. We've had a blast. Instagram and Twitter at Talk Jets Radio. SoundCloud, Google Play, Spreaker, you can find us, Blog Talk, all this other stuff. And I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. I mean, this team is so much anticipation, so much excitement for week one, a division rival. We justified ways to win the game, ways to be competitive, ways to change the game plan, high expectations for Gase, high expectations for Sam Darnold, and here's the perfect soundbite. Complete garbage. I mean, garbage. You leave the game with more questions than answers. You leave the game with a litany of injuries, demoralized, dazed, confused. Prime time, happy Tuesday, man.
Tyson, this is bad. This is real bad. It's going to be a long year, man. And, you know, I heard Boomer Esiason this morning, and you know what? He's trying to preach everything's fine. We're just rebuilding. Adam Gase needs time to get things together. It's only week one. I've heard that countless times already. Dude, there's nothing okay about this. We've seen so much of this for 10 years straight and through, 4+ years of Adam Gase as a head coach. Nothing is fine right now. But, hey, let's have a show.
Yeah, let's have a show. I mean, and we're going to bring on Tyrone momentarily. And the thing is this. It's like, if you're a Jets fan, the biggest problem you have right now is your franchise quarterback, or the guy we thought was a franchise quarterback, played terribly and is regressing. He did things that are alarming. His head coach is not helping him. The offense is not helping him. The rest of the NFL looks like they're playing on a different planet compared to the New York Jets. Like they were saying, the Jets are a bottom five team. Like, no way, they're not that bad. Dude, you watch the rest of the NFL, they play a different speed, a different intelligence. Adam Gase and Greg Williams were thoroughly outcoached on Sunday to the point that it was embarrassing. The final score does not reflect what this game was. This game should have been 35-0 in the first quarter, second quarter. This should have been a laugher. And the Jets got lucky because Josh Allen fumbled and their kicker sucks. Because Kevin, this game should have been a blow. This should have been like a same old Jets, like 42-0 at halftime. Awful, horrendous loss, and they got bailed out by the Bills, kind of like taking their foot off the gas a little bit.
No, I completely agree. And any conversation, like I just said this on Twitter, any conversation on Sam Darnold should start and end with how this organization has criminally neglected to surround him with talent as well as a head coach that can elevate any piece of this roster around him. Okay? And this has nothing to do with a rebuild right now. Play call, play design, scheme, tempo, creativity, clock management. What does any of that have to do with rebuilding? Adam Gase had weeks to get this game plan together, and he completely failed. There was nothing original about this game plan. There was nothing that said, okay, he went back and looked at some film from last year, made some adjustments. Nothing. And like you said, the same thing goes for Greg Williams on the defensive side of the ball. I think he's working with much less, but it is what it is. Buffalo should have put up about 50 points, like you said. Complete garbage.
Yeah. And we acknowledge that there was some concerns with the offensive line and the blocking and everything else. We acknowledge that. But the shit that went wrong had nothing to do with that either. Like the tempo of the game. I mean, and listen, let's call it like it is. Sam did not play well at all. I mean, I walked out of that game, I wasn't there, but I left that game concerned. I'm like, you know what? The Jets might have finally damaged this kid where he's losing his fundamentals, he's losing his confidence, he's losing his technique, he's losing his situational awareness. I'm like, this is a bona fide problem. Now, the hater or the Kool-Aid drinkers are going to tell me it's only week one. I understand that. The shit we saw is more than just a one-game problem. It's things we saw last year that rolled over to this year, and it's actually worse. Like, look how many quarterbacks all throughout the NFL started the season off with a bang. Daniel Jones last night played very well. Gardner Minshew. Look at all the quarterbacks all throughout the NFL. And like you said, Adam Gase had the entire offseason to get this right, to work with this kid. I understand, modified training camp. I'm tired of the excuses. You have one fucking job. Let's get your quarterback ready to play and get this offense functional. It's an embarrassment. It's unacceptable. And you're ruining this quarterback to the point that half of this fan base is writing him off. They don't even watch Sam Darnold anymore. The same guy, the same suck for Sam guy. We need Sam. The same fan base that was so excited that we traded up to get him. All this stuff. 2 years later, 2.5 years later, oh no, he's not our guy anymore. That's how bad it is right now. And that's Adam Gase's fault. It's Joe Douglas's fault. It's Chris Johnson's fault. This whole fucking organization is ruining this quarterback, and now he's becoming a project now not rebuild the team, rebuild your quarterback.
Nobody has been a bigger fan of Sam than I have. And at 23 years old, listen, I'm not going to panic over him, performing terribly in one game. But to deny that he's regressing is just foolish. Go back and watch some of his rookie tape, especially towards the end of the year. Jeremy Bates had him playing well. He was playing smart. He wasn't making these rookie mistakes. And so the fact that now in year 3, we're seeing him do some stupid things like this, either you're coaching it or you're allowing it to happen in practice, one of the two, and it's not good. So, again, he doesn't have a quarterback coach. You're talking about Dowell Loggins trying to run things on offense, who's a glorified puppet for Gase. What is he working with? You don't have any receivers on the outside. Shame on Joe Douglas for thinking that Denzel Mims and Rashad Perriman was enough, for this offense to be functional. It's a complete embarrassment, dude, from the top down.
Yeah, so we're not going to spend too much time, me and Kevin, talking because for 2 hours on Sunday and an hour and a half last night, we've been unloading on this team. So go to YouTube for that. What we're going to do is we're going to bring on our third member of our team Tyrone's becoming a star, dude. We're in the middle of our live stream, and people are like, dude, where's Tyrone at? Like, we need Tyrone on here. Like, we're just not good enough anymore. So now let's bring on Tyrone. What is up, my friends?
Yo, listen, I'm not even going to start the night off with anything other than that game was fucking horrific. And it's not anybody who tells me that Sam is the problem. Yeah, he missed some throws. He did. Did he regress? Maybe a little. But that game plan was the worst fucking game plan that I've ever seen.
Tyrone, hold on. A little. Did you see his situational awareness? He took a terrible sack right before the half, dude. That play call, for him to throw the ball in the middle of the field like that, like, dude, that's rookie stuff. He's making rookie mistakes. He's throwing the ball off his back foot. His footwork looks horrendous. Let's not discount how bad he is right now, dude. It's not pretty at all.
No, I'm not making any excuses for Sam. What I'm saying to you is this. Like, when he missed Crowder on that rollout, when he could have hit Crowder, it would have been 21-17. That would have been a game again. My problem is this. We run the ball every second down. Have you noticed that, bro? Every second down we run the football. Everyone knows this shit. I mean, the game plan was, bro, these wide receiver screens, this shit don't work, bro. We don't have any weapons, man. The offensive line played better. Don't get me wrong. They put a lot better. You know what I'm saying? He was a little jittery, but it just was horrible, man. And this is the game plan. This is the leadership that we have. This is why we suck. This is why we continue to suck. And this is why we always going to fucking suck, because ownership doesn't get it, bro. This guy is not a coach, bro. His offensive schemes are so Madden has more complicated schemes than he does, bro. But take it a level further. This is Greg Williams shouldn't be held here exempt either, because the defense pulled their same old vintage. They give up 21 points and then they rally back. They were lost too. That zone defense was horrendous. Pierre Desir was gross. Like, they weren't prepared, dude. Let's just call it what it is. And I like Greg Williams. This team was one of the most embarrassing performances of all the NFL on Sunday. And it wasn't even close. Like, you watch the other games, like, all right, there was no fight, there was no resiliency. There were a bunch of zombies out there. They play like shit. And well, Tyson, this goes back to something else too. We had zero pass rush, bro. Zero. I mean, zero pass rush. I mean, absolutely fucking positively no pass rush, period. Desir sucks. I ain't going to say he sucks, but he sucked Sunday. You know what I'm saying? When you bring Harrison in, he gets killed. The zone wasn't working. Pass rush wasn't there. I mean, you had a few good key points, but other than that, man, it just came out. The only thing we did well was stop the run, but we couldn't stop Josh Allen. They had Josh Allen looking like he was like the best quarterback in the league, and this kid fucking sucks, and he showed me Sunday he sucks. We just a worse team than anybody else.
I don't think Josh Allen showed me sucks, dude. I think if you're an outsider looking in, if you don't watch football and you watch this game, you think Josh Allen's a superior quarterback than Sam Darnold. Dude, he looked composed. He had a lot of energy. He looked like a leader. He spread the ball around. He made mistakes, but dude, he looked like a much more accomplished quarterback than Sam Darnold is. And I'm not a Josh Allen fan, but I give him more respect because, dude, he's winning. He's making big throws. He's making throws with his legs. And Sam Darnold looks lost. Dude, he's missing basic throws. He's missing wide open. Let's stop babying Sam here a little bit. He looked horrendous, dude. Guys wide open on the sideline. Guys running down the sideline. He's missing them. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's his fault, and it's the head coach's fault.
Or when you have a head coach that has a game plan that really doesn't really benefit the strength of your quarterback, no rollouts, no motion, bro. They had 8 people in the box, 9 in the box, bro, and you're trying to run the football, man. This is just absolutely high school football. This is the problem we have. This is when you have no confidence in your head coach. You have no receivers on the outside other than Crowder, 0. You have none, bro.
That's the problem. Well, dude, they were useless. Nobody did nothing. Look, and we broke down the game. We said, you know what? Buffalo's going to stack the box. We knew that because they're going to say, we're going to dare you to beat us. So what do? The receivers, when they do get a ball thrown to them, they drop them. Herndon was invisible. Ryan Griffin was invisible. I don't even know who they were trying to feature in the offense. There is no rhyme or reason to the offense at all. This team has no identity anywhere. Offense, defense, sideline, nothing. We have nothing. We have no idea what we are. Nothing.
Nope. And the best thing that we had was Levy.
And it gets worse because friggin' Bell's out now for 3 more weeks. Yep. So now what do you do? Because now when you enter this game, what are you going to do? There's not one person on this team you're worried about. Are you fearing anybody?
None.
Who are you scared of right now?
None.
Nobody.
None. And the best play that you had and the best thing that you had working was Le'Veon on the outside. What do? You do one good play, 40, 30 yards, you don't do it again. Then he gets hurt. If Le'Veon wouldn't have pulled the hammy right there, that was a touchdown play right there. But it was just bad plays. It was bad. Listen, if this was what you did the whole pandemic, if this was the game plan you came up with, if this is what you put out, if this is our product that we have to see all season, bro, we got the first pick of the draft, man. Everybody, you can guarantee that one, bro. Listen, I watched you guys made a great point when I was listening coming on. You said how other teams look well. We looked horrible. I mean, other than the Giants, we looked terrible, bro.
Dude,
we looked lost.
But Tyrone, hold on. Did you watch the Giants? They came out up tempo. Daniel Jones made some money throws, dude. He looks more advanced now than Sam Darnold does. How crazy is that? Because you know why? Because Jason Garrett's coaching him up. That's why. That's legitimate coaching. That kid's got a big-time arm. He looks confident. He made a terrible interception in the end zone. But, dude, the kid's a player. And he's giving Giant fans a glimmer of hope. Do you have any hope right now at Sam Darnold? The only hope we have is what we believe in our hearts because we've seen him do it his rookie year. Since then, it's been so hot and cold, no consistency. And now it's you really wonder what the hell they're doing in Florham Park. You really don't know what they're doing. And the bigger problem, and we'll go to calls in 2 minutes, is there's not any accountability. Adam Gates' press conference yesterday is the exact reason why this guy is not a leader of men. He is a fraud.
Yep.
Because when the going gets tough, he blames everybody but himself, and that's ridiculous. You know what, Tyrone? It's very easy. You know what you say? You say, you know what? The play calling wasn't right. There was mistakes made. That's on me to fix it. I'll take care of it. I got to address this. I got to address that. This clown says, you know what? I called the right play. The ball went in the wrong spot. Then they asked him, would you make any changes to your game plan? This guy says no. He said, no, I called the right plays. Are you kidding me, dude? Your offense is one of the worst in football, and you're going to double down on yourself? You arrogant prick? Seriously?
Yep. And throw Sam under the bus. That's his MO, bro. Listen, when you have Perriman, who's supposed to be the Robbie answer, right, and shows up with 3 catches, did he have 3 catches? I mean, this is it's horrendous, bro. That was real. Listen, the first drive, I knew the game was over. I just had that feeling. This is what we're looking at.
Run, 3rd and long punt.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, even that's prime time. Listen, prime time, check this for me, because I know this is true. We run the ball on 2nd down 85% of the time. If you pay attention, you watch the Buffalo on 2nd down, Brent walk their safeties down. They got 8, 9 in the box, bro. You have no way of, man, it's fucking horrible, man. It's you know what? It's to the point now, man. I'm going to be real with you, man. I hate being a Jet fan, bro. I hate this feeling.
Well, let's not even get to that. But let's go back to the game. But here's the problem. Like you talked about, the first thing is it's run, 3rd and long, errant pass, punt, or run, some bullshit screen pass that they're already expecting because you used it last year. They knew what we were doing. They weren't surprising nobody. So it's just asinine. I don't even, I
Listen.
can't even comprehend it, to be honest with you.
Tyson, listen. Everyone knows what Gates what tries to do. He does nothing different. This is the problem. Everyone knows his game plan. You know what I'm saying? This is why we can't compete with good teams, because everyone knows what he wants to do. This was, bro, listen, I mean, you tell me you couldn't defend that? No passes down the field. These long, drawn-out plays that's not working, or these bullshit-ass wide receiver screen passes that don't work. Like, this is the
it's funny, but it gets worse, because then it was like the one point, it's like the line, and we'll go to the positives too, because there are some positives in this game, like Becton and the line. Even when the line did have time, even the analysts were saying nobody was open. You know why nobody's open?
Yep.
Because you have a pedestrian-ass group of receivers. Period.
Yep.
They're not scared of nobody. They
Yep.
were doing the Jets a favor by doubling Perryman. They were leaving Herndon open. They didn't even care. They weren't even scared of him, dude. And still nothing happened.
Because what happens is, Tyson, you have no separation. And listen, these guys are running the routes that the receivers are running. Like, when you know what the receiver's going to do, it's hard to combat that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's like, I don't even understand. And that's why I can see Sam, you know, being frustrated, because what they were doing was they were showing they were bringing a blitz, and then they'll bring 4. You know what I'm saying? They'll show 7, and they'll bring 4. And, you know, or they'll bring 5. You know, he got a little rattled. He had to calm down a little bit. But that's a good coach calming his quarterback down. That's a good coach going over there talking to your quarterback. That's having a QB coach to calm this guy down, or having a great backup to let Sam know what they're doing. Okay, you missed this throw. This where it is. That wasn't done. It's not done. So now I'm hearing the fan base, oh, Sam sucks. We need to grab somebody else. I don't care who your quarterback was. If you had Baker Mayfield, or you had Lamar
Dude, put
Jackson.
Josh Allen on the Jets. You put Josh Allen on the Jets, he'd be horrible.
Exactly. That's the problem. There's no quarterback's going to fix what you can't fix when you have bad coaching. That's what that is. Now, I'm not giving Sam a pass, because Sam missed some really big throws. And he had, you know, I can't even say one throw that Sam made well in that game, because he missed some wide open receivers. But at the same time, when you're a head coach and you're not helping your young quarterback with no running game, listen, they're stacking the box, man. Come on, man. Spread them out. At least make them be honest. You couldn't even do that. I mean, bro, you notice his offense has no motion. It's no motion, bro. They know what we're doing. They know your game plan. So how are you this this coach guru? Nah, man. He sucks, bro.
And the thing is, if you watch, and it's like, what I try to do, because I'm not an X's and O's guy by no means. It bores me. I don't study film. I don't look at the All-22. I just don't care. It just doesn't interest me. But you watch the Pittsburgh Steelers last night. You watch the Giants. They do rub routes. They do all these crossing plays. They scheme their guys open. Like, they find ways to get their receivers open. The Jets wide receivers, they got to fight their ass off to break coverage. They're man-to-man. They're getting pressed. They're trying to do all kinds of stuff to get open. And a couple times they did. Like, Bell got open down the far sideline. So did Crowder. But I'm like, dude, like, even the schemes, like, the routes you're running, like, it's so, like, it feels like we're antiquated. And it's like, I will say it over and over and over again, that Sam Darnold played better under Todd Bowles. And Bates, he did. It's not even close, man.
Well, you know, the whole problem is, man, like, he had a bad game. And you wouldn't figure his first game would be a bad game. But at the end of the day, that's what happens when you don't have – bro, it was horrible. Like, it was frustrating to watch. You know, then I'm watching the defense just get shred apart, bro. I mean, like, I'm watching wide open receivers. I'm watching guys. I mean, listen, when we had a defensive penalty, the first play of the game, first defensive snap of the game, I kind of figured it was going to be a long-ass day. But then I'm watching guys just get wide open. These guys just getting burnt. Like, you know, it was horrible. There was no pass rush. The only positive on the defense was the front four. They played the run really well. They did their job. But other than that, no push, no pass rush. And then the thing with the offensive line, which I will say, Becton played amazing. Like, I was really shocked how good this kid played. Like, I really, really, like, Baldinger really broke it down how good this kid is, man. This kid actually, like, he did stuff I didn't even catch during the game. So to be able to watch this kid, man, he is a straight monster. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, he graded number 5 in the league at left tackle, bro. So I'm extremely happy with that. But I watched Van Rotten. I watched him get, bro, like, you know, the push was coming up the middle. That's what threw Sam off. That's why he was uncomfortable, because the push was coming up the middle, and he wasn't able to step back far enough, you know what I'm saying, to really step into his throws and stuff like that. That's why he rushed some throws, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's all, I mean, I'm not going to say it's doom and gloom first game, but if that's the product we're going to put out for the rest of the season, it's going to be a long one, dude. It's going to be a really long season.
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to calls. So we got a ton of people on hold, so we're going to go right to them. And, I mean, it is what it is. I'm discouraged. I'm disheartened. I'm disgusted because, like you said, dude, 10 minutes into the game, I'm like, I've seen this before. Like, I knew, you, dude, I'm like, I knew it going in the first quarter. I'm like, we're going to get our doors blown off. I'm like, this game for you just full of nonsense, excuses, and one of these games we're going to leave this with a lot more questions than answers. And exactly, you knew it, dude. You knew it. You just,
Yep.
We're going to go to...
Because we're Jeff fans.
Yeah, no, we've seen it all before, dude. We're going to go to Dan in Howard Beach. What's up, Dan?
What's going on, Dan?
Back to reality. That's it. Week 1. all that, yes, let's go. I'm down, this and that, all this bullshit gone out the door. That's the whole thing. What, second series on 3rd and 7, a bubble screen of fucking Chris Hogan for 2 yards or -1? And right then and there, I'm like, all right, that's the tempo. This guy hasn't learned shit. Nothing. For the past, year, for the past, 6 years. So I think someone alluded to it on Twitter that said, all right, you know what? The guy got fired from Miami, and he got picked up right away, meaning that the mindset of Adam Gase is, shit, it was Miami's fault. It wasn't my fault. Look, I was a hot commodity. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. And he is doing what he's doing. He completely destroyed Sam. So anyone or any fan saying, oh, you know, I'm watching the Jets to see how, you know, Sam progresses throughout the year. He is not. That's the ceiling that you saw on Sunday. Done. Because this son of a bitch completely destroyed him. You know what I mean? He is at the level where Alex Smith was pre-Harbaugh. There. Like when you would watch San Francisco games with Alex Smith there, you'd be like, all right, this guy's a bust. But then you need an actual quarterback coach, an offensive coordinator, an actual offensive team that rebuilds a quarterback that's broken, and very few can do that. I mean, that play where he was rolling to the right and he should have thrown it away, there was too much thought process there. It shouldn't have been. It should have been just like Baldy broke it down. All right, Crowder broke off. He went up. All right, you know what? Boop, throw it over, touchdown. No, because most likely he was thinking, all right, you know what? If I do that, what if I get intercepted? What if that happens? Oh, no, maybe I could run. Boom. He just got hit out of bounds. Too much thought process. Imagine Mike Holmgren castrating Brett Favre in his younger years. Imagine. Yep. I know the Jets would have done it. Brett Favre wouldn't have been Brett Favre because that's what we do. That's what this organization does. Every time there's a legit quarterback, we destroy him. From Ken O'Brien, Brownie Nagel just 1 year, Mark Sanchez, we just completely crippled him. Completely. And we did it in 2 years, a year and a half, not 2 years, a year and a half with Adam Gase. Yep. I mean, again, Christopher Johnson doesn't give a shit about you, me, the fans that invest every fucking Sunday. Every Sunday we wake up and it's the whole tailgating. Even this whole thing that we can't even go to the stadium, it's a whole tailgating thing. Family, friends, and we're like, all right, you know what, we're gonna see a good product. And then we get that shit. That towards the end of the first half, we're rolling. All we need to do is score a touchdown. We got that. And all of a sudden, with no timeouts left, he throws a bubble screen to Crowder. Are you kidding me? You're fighting for the 3 points, and then you got the balls to say that you wouldn't change anything? Honestly.
It's a loser mentality.
Who do we blame?
He's a loser, man.
He's a loser. He's not only the loser. It goes from the top. Woody, Chris, this whole entire thing is just they have no idea what they have in Sam. That's the thing that breaks all of our hearts, is that a guy like Sam on the Giants right now, on the Steelers right now, on the Packers right now, he's a Pro Bowler. Straight up Pro Bowler. Why? Because they know how to develop him. We have no fucking quarterback coach. None. No, nothing to put him to the side and say, listen, let's go back to basics, Sam. Let's go back to basics, just like Bates did, just like Jeremy Bates did in his rookie year. He took him to the side and said, let's get the fundamentals straight already, just like we had in training camp. And you saw those spurts against the Packers, against the Texans. You saw those spurts. And you're like, shit, man, we got ourselves a franchise quarterback. And then this guy gets his hands on him. Look at what Tannehill did yesterday. Like all these teams across the board, they didn't have any preseason. Their quarterbacks came out firing. Drew Lock yesterday, dude, they're throwing vertical. No more bubble screen. That whole bubble screen is done. You do that once a game, twice a game at most. But you don't do that. They ruined them. I'm watching on Sundays from here on out just for a good laugh because I'm not expecting anything. I'm not. I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, this is what we got. The only little thing that I'm hoping for is a little bit of a change at head coach. Put in Greg Williams, put in Bob Cooter at offensive coordinator. The hell with Loggins. That guy's just collecting a paycheck. Maybe he's just going there for free, just going to eat. But, like, not for nothing. Like, enough is enough, man. Like, this is what you do. And, of course, we keep playing the way we're doing. There's no doubt we're getting the first overall pick. The hell with this. Oh, we're going to go 5-11, The way how we played yesterday is a gimme to any team that we face. 1-15, 2 or 3 wins max. We are not winning more than that because the team itself is revolting against the coach. Like, you can see it. It's blatant. No one cares. Now, all of a sudden, we got an extra first-round pick for Jamal Adams, but Jamal is doing his thing. He wanted out of here. Like, we've become the Jacksonville Jaguars as well. Like, players leave, and they're like, oh, thank God I got out of that place. Like, it's going to get worse. That's what I don't get. Like, you have to give an enormous amount of money to get Jim Harbaugh. Like, an enormous amount of money to get a head coach in here and do his shit. But, we're not going to get it. We're not. And the whole Joe Douglas thing, it's not even been a year and a half or whatever. I don't have any faith in that dude. Like, enough is enough. Like, this is how you help out your boy. You couldn't pay an extra, $3 million to keep Robbie? And you get, Perriman? You can't even, Gase couldn't call a freaking bomb, but you called a bomb to Le'Veon Bell before the first half ended to a running back? I am so disgusted, but it's beyond repair of disgust. It's to the point where sit back and you know what's coming. It's a rerun. Like the next 15 weeks, guys, it's a rerun. That's why I'm getting this shit out of my system now, because it's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. And guys, don't hold back. I love what you guys did on YouTube every week. Just annihilate them. Annihilate them. That's what they deserve. Unlike freaking Boomer Esiason, who's a fucking Gase apologist. Are you kidding me? There's people that are apologists to this guy. This fucking bubble screen head coach. He's not even going to get a high school job when we can him.
This may be the best call in the history of this show, man. This may be the best call we've ever had on the show, easily.
So pissed because
this is not right, man.
Hey, Dan, I can't even say that, man, because I agree with everything you're saying, bro. Like, I'm just sitting back here just, wondering, am I the only one who really doesn't believe in this shit no more? Is it really this bad, man, when we just get on this show, we don't even want to talk about nothing but just how bad the first game of the season was, bro?
Tyrone, just wait. Just you wait until 2021 in April. You just wait, because you talk about a conundrum. There's going to be an enormous decision to make in April, because the way we're playing, no one's touching that first overall pick. No one but us. Even the Browns. The Browns got spanked by an amazing Ravens team. But I don't know if you guys watched that whole game. I watched it. Baker was still scratching, throwing the ball. There was still passion in that that team. Myles Garrett was still clawing. We gave up. We completely gave up.
Dan, you know what, though? You know who else gives up? Gase gives up, dude. He gave up.
Yes.
He gave up before the half. He played for a field goal when you're getting blown out. He gave up before the half. At the end of the game, he always gives up. He never, ever fights at the end of the game. He just concedes it. He concedes victory all the time. He's got a loser mindset.
Tyson,
he does.
You can tell by his body language. You can tell by his body language. When Sam throws an errant pass, you can see it, that you can read it within him to say, well, he missed another pass. Oh, well. I mean, I'm calling the right plays, but it's just not connecting. Like, he's setting up the answers already till the end of the game, what he's going to be questioned with. That's what he's doing, because he can't handle New York. He can't. Nope. Very few can. That's what's going through the head of this moron.
My question is this, though: what kind of coach says that I called the right plays, we just missed the wrong guys, bro? Who the hell who has the audacity to say something that fucking stupid and bold?
The guy that's going to get an extension at the end of the year. Jesus. The guy that's going to get an extension at the end of the year, because again, if Hugh Jackson is allowed to coach year 3, coming off a winless, so is Adam Gase. That son of a bitch is coming back next year. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Nope. No, because you know what? You got to give him a full 3 years, or Michael Kay is going to say, what other coach wants to come here? You give him 2 years.
Yeah, but see, you know what though, Dan? I'm tired of that shit. Like, what I'm tired of the boomer side, since I'm tired of all these guys that have the New York Jets tell them to say this shit. They say, you say this, we'll keep giving you sources, we'll keep giving you access to the team, we'll give you these stories. I'm tired of people telling me bullshit that we all know is not true. This guy should have been fired last year. And everybody said, no, we got to have continuity, we got to have this, it's good for Sam, it's good for Sam. What's good for Sam? We're fucking ruining him. And we saw it last year. So now you have another year ruining him, wasting all the players you brought in that are Gase guys to fire him next year? And this is the problem. It starts at the top, dude. It starts with the ownership, and Joe Douglas is part of the problem too, because he's watching it happen. He watches it happen and doesn't change anything. Yep,
exactly.
Bullshit.
Exactly. And I just get a feeling, just a funny feeling. He wants this thing to get just destroyed, especially with Sam. So he has a freaking chess piece to dangle in April. And that's what I see, man. I mean, come on, a year before, 2019, did we ever think that Jamal wouldn't be a Jet? You know what I mean? Like, it follows. There's certain protocols, there's certain patterns that cannot be broken. He was in Miami, Gase, and all the good players wanted out. Pouncey, Landry, the list goes on. And he came here, and our best defensive player wanted out. I gave Joe the benefit of the doubt. I was like, all right, you know what? We got a first rounder. But the product is evident. We don't have nothing. The defense sucked. Greg Williams came out belly up. Everyone has a blame. Like, there is no there's no – everyone shares the blame. Everyone except for Gase. Gase takes the cake. I am so out of breath right now.
Dan, First of all, we want to thank you for calling in, man. I'm telling you right now, this has maybe one of the best calls we've ever had in this show in the last 6 years.
Wow, man. You know what? I will take I want to take that award. At least it's the only good thing. I mean, the only good thing about the game was that it ended.
Hey, Dan. After the call you just made, man, I think we should say fucking end the show, bro. You killed it. Put that out there.
No, man. I want to hear. I'm gonna listen to the entire show, and if I hear one guy that says, it wasn't really all Adam Gase's fault, I'm calling back.
Dan, have a good night, man. We appreciate it.
Have a great one, fellas. Later.
Have a good one, man.
When we changed the format of the show and started changing the whole cursing rule and everything else, it was for nights like tonight, man, where it's like you're sitting here and it's like, listen, nobody wants to hear F word after F word and stuff like that, but it's like when you're this angry and this disgusted with this team, you can't help it, man. And you sit there and now it's like you look at all the things that happened. The press conference yesterday set me off the rails, dude. Watching Gase just scapegoat Sam. blows my doors off. I had rage. Like, I went to boxing class and was just lighting things up. I was like, I can't take it anymore. And then it's like, today you look at it, and now there's even more aftermath. Le'Veon Bell's out 3 weeks. Denzel Mims is out 3 weeks. Blake Cashman's out 3 weeks. It's like, dude, we are battered and bruised, and we're like dazed and confused, and there's no answers, dude. We have no identity, and it's like there's nothing to lay our hat on, dude. Like, we have nothing. Like, what are we even putting our hat on to say, you know what, this Sunday I'm looking forward to this? What the fuck are we looking forward to? Hopefully, we're to the point now. We're actually to this point now. We're excited about completing a forward pass more than 5 yards. Like a 10-yard pass. Like, holy shit, we did it. Like a miracle. We accomplished something.
Hey, look, we're battered and bruised at week 1. This is week 1, and we're battered and bruised. No, you know what's really crazy is Allen is available in Chicago, right? Perfect receiver for Sam. What? They won't get him. Why? He's probably not a Gates guy. Bro, this is why this team fucking sucks, bro. This is why being a Jet fan is so hard, man. It's like, bro, it's just embrace your heart every week. Man, I threw my phone, I know, at least 4 or 5 times during the game, man. I'm sitting in here screaming, bro, because I'm just aggravated because it's just dumb. This is what we used to, though, bro. Like I said, man, and the new format is working because Dan just murdered that, bro. He just murdered it. It was like I didn't want to say nothing. Like, just get your spell out, Dan, because I understand, because he's speaking how I feel. You know, this is the ongoing process. Every year, man, I get hyped up for the season start. I was all pumped up, all happy, man, getting ready for the game, man. I'm smiling. Man, it wasn't even 6 minutes, bro. Face tight. I'm frustrated, man. Just mad. Throw the phone, bro. This is the life of a Jet fan. Look, I'm walking around. I gotta explain to people why I'm a Jet fan, bro. This is crazy, man. This is my life.
I mean, if people want to see my instant reaction, poor primetime. We did a live stream an hour after the game. I think the first 15 minutes, I unloaded everything I had. Like, I couldn't even, dude. Tyrone, I was so pissed. I was sweating. I was so mad. Because the thing is, you know where this season's heading. You see what's happening to Sam. You see what's going on with this coach. You see all these things. And then it's like the aftermath. Like, I knew going into work on Monday, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I can only imagine the punchline we're going to be again. Like, I'm tired of being the brunt of the jokes of the Jets fan. And it was arguably one of the worst it's one of the worst performances on opening day this year. To the point where everybody's like, yep, they're a bottom 3 team. You know, it's like, and the Giants, even though they lost by the same score, played much better. Gardner Minshew played better. Like, quarterbacks, in theory, that are worse than Sam all played better. Teams with probably less talent than the Jets played better. They're poorly coached. They're lacking leadership. And they're going to be they lack effort, too. Like, there was times I'm like, dude, they're lifeless. Like, what the hell is this shit? You watch other teams, it's like other teams play at a different speed, man. It's like you watch it, like teams are flying around. Like, you watch the Seahawks, you watch the Ravens, you watch any quality team. It's opening day. You should be fired up to play, man. Like, this is what you've been waiting for, the chance to hit somebody else. Like, this shit's crazy, man. Like, and they hear the excuses and everything else going on. Like, I don't want to hear it. And even to Sam, man, like, Sam is a trooper, man. He's a team guy. He takes all the blame. He holds himself accountable. You know what? I don't even care about that because your words don't mean shit. You got to show us something, man. Taking that sack is inexcusable. Some of the decision-making he made, missing these throws, that he's getting happy feet in the pocket. Like, dude, this is all concerning. Like, this isn't panic. This is fact.
And the thing about it is, man, this is just, like I said, this is game 1. This is game 1 and we're unprepared. This is game 1 and we got happy feet. This is game 1 and we're not playing good football. This is game 1 realizing we don't have receivers. This is game 1 realizing that we don't have good guards. This is game 1 that our defense is going to suck for the rest of the season. This is game 1 that we can't stop passes or we can't defend the pass. I mean, this is game 1 and we're feeling like this. So you can only imagine how week 2, 3, and 4 are going to be. This is the frustrating part with being a Jet fan, where you have an organization who do not get it, bro. They don't get it. They hire people because they hire for names, and they don't bring in quality people. Adam Gates is trash. I'm sorry. It is what it is. He is the worst coach. You know what? He's a Kotite era, bro. This is like a repeat.
But you know what I wonder,
though?
You know what I wonder, though? This is what I wonder, and this is the problem of this whole organization. Last year, there was a point where Chris Johnson, the Jets owner, said, I hope the team shows up this week. I hope to see them play. This is when they were mailing in games and quitting and just not even really caring about winning or losing because Sam was out and nobody cared. They were embarrassing themselves. So this team was quitting. It was a complete disaster. They rallied. They beat some bad quarterbacks. Then they lost another winless team. And then there was times you're like, dude, you cannot tolerate this. And now here we are again. You see glaring problems, and nobody will hold the head coach accountable. The general manager may not have the power to do that. Too many things are just justified. They justify losing. They justify excuses. They find ways to justify mistakes, and that's the problem, man. Nobody's held accountable. And, listen, the offensive line played better. Thank God for that, or Sam would have probably been hurt. You know what I mean? But there's nobody, it's like Pierre Desir got benched because he was horrible. On offense, nobody ever gets benched on offense because nobody cares. There's a bunch of zombies out there.
And nobody was – when we scored the touchdown, the only person you seen get jump up was Becton. Everybody else just was, calm or cool. It wasn't nothing. This team had no fire, bro. They came out with no kind of emotion. For game one.
They know. They know that the system in place does not give them a chance to win. Look at Sam Darnold on the sideline, dude. If you watch our videos, dude, I gave you a perfect example of it. Adam Gase's head is buried in that fucking playbook, and Sam Darnold's sitting next to him. That guy has been drawing plays on that sideline for a year and a half, and not one fucking thing has changed. He's got to be drawing cartoons. He's either drawing cartoons or a new resume, because he's not drawing out plays, dude. He's not. He's got to be drawing maybe he's playing hangman or some shit with somebody else. I don't know what he's doing. And Sam is sitting and looking demoralized. They look lifeless because they don't believe in him, they don't believe in his leadership, and they don't believe in the program. And it's obvious.
That's it, bro. Listen, you couldn't say it best, bro. This is what happens when you're watching your quarterback and you're watching Sam's demeanor after the first series. He drops his head going to the sideline like he knows this is going to be a long night. So I said, okay, well, maybe we'll pick it up.
Did you see Josh Allen's swagger?
Oh, he was hyped. Bro, listen, Buffalo came out hyped, man. I'm telling you, when we got the ball first, I said the first three and out, I said, okay. But I was watching Sam run through the sideline. I was like, yo, he don't look like he's pumped up. Come back second series. It's the same shit, bro. I mean, but I'm watching us run the ball. First down, second down, run the ball. Third down, pass. Oh, come on, bro. How are you surprising anybody with that BS? Or you trying to come out the pass on first down? Bro, we run the ball on second down 85% of the time, bro. It's no way you win like that. It's no way you get a chance to be able to focus like that, man. That's just why we're going to have these issues, man. And you're killing a good kid, man. You're killing a good quarterback, but you have no talent on offense. Hogan's your best receiver. Denzel Mims is out 3 weeks. Le'Veon out 3 weeks. Cashman's out 3 weeks. Come on, bro. How are you,
dude,
bro?
Look at the linebacking group. I mean, look at the running back group right now. If you're the San Francisco 49ers, you have what? You have Frank Gore, who's 30. He's probably 300 years old. You have Josh Adams. I actually like Josh Adams. And now they have the guy from the Dolphins they just signed. There's no threat at running back whatsoever. There's no threat at receiver whatsoever. And you have a tight end that was invisible and a tight end's coming off an injury. There is no threat on offense at all right now. Your quarterback's not a weapon. There's no threat on offense at all.
This is why we can't, bro. Listen, this is why you can't win. This is why you go into something with the simple game plan he has, bro, because you don't have any weapons, but won't admit it. You're happy with the weapons that you have. How can you be happy or excited with the weapons that we have when they're not producing? I'm serious, man. This was horrible, man. I mean, this is really, really bad. To be the first game of the season, it was really bad. And it's a prelude to what's going to happen the rest of the season. I'm sorry. I really was drinking the Kool-Aid for about the whole 30 seconds, and it's back to reality. This is what happens when you have an organization like this from top to bottom is bad. And we keep thinking that it's going to get turned around and maybe Joe Douglas could be the savior and change things, bro. It's the same situation. It's the same Jets, bro. It's the same every week problem, man. And everyone's going on our last 6 weeks of the season. It didn't matter. We still sucked. We still suck this year. You have a quarterback who has 0 weapons. Without Le'Veon Bell, he has 0 weapons. Chris Herndon hasn't played a full season yet. So what do we know we have in him? You have Crowder, and I give Crowder credit. Hogan, come on, bro. He was at home 2 weeks ago. A month ago, he was sitting at home on his couch. Come on, bro. You can't win like that, man. And then you have a coach who blames everybody else but himself. Like his interview, bro, it demoralized and disgusted me, man. Yeah, I wouldn't have changed any plays. What? You lost. So apparently, whatever play you pick.
So that there's two ways you can offset having not a lot of talent around you. Your head coach or your offensive coordinator, which is Sam in this point, could either have a great game plan and scheme guys open. That doesn't happen. Or the quarterback can make guys around him better by making excellent throws, managing the game, and playing above his level. He's not doing that either. So it's twofold. Like you have double the problem now when you have a talentless roster. So now you got to hope. And now it's like Mims is out for a week. When he comes back, what do you expect at this point? The kid hasn't even practiced. So you're going to keep signing guys? This is going back to the Clyde Gates days when we start signing receivers. They play the same week. Like I'm ready to bring in like Devin Smith and all these other clowns of David Nelson. And let's go full circle at this point.
Well, the problem is, Tyson, what happens is this, and this show during the game, him and Perriman had no chemistry because Perriman was out for 3 weeks. This is the problem. Him and Hogan have no chemistry because Hogan's been there 2 weeks. The only person he had chemistry with was Crowder. Everyone else, bro, there's no time in there, bro. How can you expect this quarterback to be great when you worked with a receiver a handful of times? So Denzel Mims come back. What is he going to do? He hasn't practiced the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? He missed all the training camp. He missed the first game of the season. He's going to miss 2 more games this season. What are we expecting? No, I'm sorry. He'll be back week 5. What are we expecting? It's a joke, man. It's going to be a long season, a long, miserable damn season, bro. So I ain't breaking nothing. I'll tell you that. I ain't.
All right, so we're going to go to – and now this next caller – see, the best part of doing, like, the live stream and being on Twitter is now people are getting like all feisty, man. Like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge you and I'm gonna roast you. I'm gonna come on the show and dude, come on the show and bring it because I'm ready for anybody, dude. I really don't care. Like I can hold my own. You guys sit back and enjoy this, Tyrone and Kevin. You said because we didn't let Prime Time even talk yet, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna bring on our next caller, and he wants to challenge me, and we're gonna bring this on right now. I'm not scared of him at all. Let's go, Shaq. What do you got for me, man?
I'm gonna attack you later, but always with love.
Do it now. Don't be scared, man. Do it now. Let's hear what you got to say. Let's hear it.
Because Shaq is back. Shaq is back. The guy that y'all say was negative is back. Because I'm tired of lying to myself about this shit. I'm tired of lying to myself. I had to lie to myself to try to make everybody else feel good and feel better. But you know what? I'm coming back. For one, Adam Gase, his offense speaks for itself. I don't got to speak on him. I'm not going to get on him. We all know how everybody feels about him. We all know this. Now, I'm getting on Joe Douglas, the organization, all the overrated bums that everybody love and appreciate Jamal Adams' words because they were true. For one, Jamal Adams was right. He was completely right. And for now, he won that trade. He won that trade for the next 5 years. That trade he won because it was stupid. It was stupid to trade him to a winning team so he can talk shit. And it was stupid because you traded him at the wrong time. So we have to wait for our assets. For 3, we don't even know how good the assets is going to be. Marcus May is good. And did anybody remember that Marcus May is on his last year? So you're not going to pay Jamal, and so you're going to pay him? So what that mean for him? He's gone, okay? So Sam Darnold, he don't have help. He played like shit. Yes, he did, but he don't have help. This is common sense. Joe Douglas, I was tired of people praising him all off season. He was the greatest GM we've ever seen. And the players haven't even fucking touched the field yet. But he's the greatest GM of all time. Then he lied and say, "Oh, I'm going to help Sam Darnold. I'm going to help Sam Darnold." Bullshit. You clearly didn't help him because you still got Adam Gase here. And when you had weapons or people to trade for, you didn't do it. Then you got this overhyped tight end that people kept saying is going to be the next all-pro, and he played probably 4 or 5 good games, and it wasn't even really all that great. He's overrated. Quentin Williams, oh, my goodness gracious. my God, why? I don't even want to get on him. Then you had the opportunity to change things. Not paying Jamal was wrong, but you still should have kept him. Yes, Marcus May played well, but we could have kept them both. We played like shit all throughout the whole entire game. I had so much on my mind. I done forgot every fucking thing I said I was going to say when I got on this goddamn show. Obviously, no pass rush. We should have got Clowney if we're going to sign all these one-year contracts. We don't have an identity. That's fucking gone. Nope. We don't know who the fuck is the star of this team. Like, we don't know. The guy that stood out was Marcus May, but he's on his last year. So you're going to pay Marcus May and not Jamal Adams? These are things that people got to think about. I'm telling you guys. Sam is gone. He is gone. After this year, he is gone. It wouldn't surprise me if Joe Douglas used one of those picks to fucking get Trevor Lawrence. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. He's gone. And
but do you think? Wait, hold on. Do you think? But I mean, to me, this team wasn't prepared. They came out lifeless. They have no identity, and now with Bell injured out another 3 weeks, they have no weapons. Like, I fear what's going to happen to this team now. Like, I can't even fathom what Adam Gase in his stupid ass mind is kind of trying to do with Frank Gore. Like, I can only imagine what he's going to try to do with this guy now. But I mean, that's just ridiculous. And then Greg Williams now, it's like, you know, Pierre Desir, I'm not really sure what happened with him. He was terrible. You have one healthy middle linebacker right now. That's it. Neville Hewitt, who actually played very well. Harvey Lange contributed, but I mean, come on. We have no middle linebacker depth. Your corners are somewhat suspect. You have no pass rush whatsoever. I mean, we have no identity inside the ball. You're worried about preparation. You're worried about, is this team have any leadership? And the question is, what is it going to take for Adam Gase to beat run out of town? Because last year it didn't happen because they came on towards the end of the season. The last thing I want is for this team to be like 3-10 and win like the last 3 games. Like, oh man, we rallied back for our coach. Like, come on, man, this quarterback is being destroyed. Like, when will Joe Douglas or Chris Johnson get their head out of their ass?
The only way that'll happen is the Johnsons get out of here. They gotta go, man. They gotta go.
Such a disaster.
And Joe Douglas needs to get his shit together. He has to get it together. I don't care. People praise him this offseason.
It's too late, dude. It's too late. But Shaq, the fucked up thing about this is, and this isn't being like a jerk or anything like this. We talked about this the entire offseason. All the problems that we thought about how he handled the roster. People were like, oh, you guys are just fucking negative, man.
Yep.
You guys are just typical negative Jet fans. You don't understand the process. You don't understand the plan. Well, guess what? Your fucking plan is killing the quarterback. Your plan is making Sam go backwards, and that's cool. Everybody, the whole organization is cool with that now.
Because you got to think about it. What you're going to do when Sam comes up, when you got to pay him? What you going to do? Are you going to pay him?
When Sam comes up for a contract, can Sam get through 16 games like this? Because guess what? I have a newsflash for you, dude, and I'll give you another bold take because how pissed off I am tonight. I guarantee you, if Sam keeps playing like this for another 3 or 4 weeks, Joe Flacco's playing, man. Adam Gase, that prick, will bench Sam Darnold to say, you know what? Joe Flacco can run my offense. You think he won't do that?
Oh, yeah, he's going to do that. It wouldn't surprise me Adam Gase stay another year. It wouldn't surprise me Joe Douglas gets Sam out of here. I've been saying that for weeks. I said if he had the guts to trade away the best player at his position in the league away, that he had the guts to trade him away, you don't think Sam's going to go? You think Adam Gase is going to go? I don't think Adam Gase is going to go because him and Joe Douglas are best friends. And I think they're going to get another quarterback in here to get killed like Sam Darnold got.
Hey, Shaq, I got a question, Shaq. I got a question, Shaq. Because I know we all in this deep depression, right? There is no positive. Nah, bro. You were being honest, bro. You can't make this shit no worse. We live in this lifestyle. But my thing was this, like, out of all the badness of that game, what do you think about the offensive line and Mekhi Becton? How you feel what he did, you know what I'm saying, going on, playing in his first game?
Makai didn't surprise me because it was crazy. I had Makai over the other tackles. A lot of people thought I was crazy, but I had Makai over the other tackles. I said when I wanted CeeDee Lamb, I said, and if we get Makai, it would not bother me. It wouldn't bother me because I trust Makai. It's just the rest of the guys besides Connor and, the guards, and obviously George Fant, I don't even want to get to him. I don't want to get to him.
He played
we
well.
all know he's trash. You thought he played
George
well?
Fant played well on Sunday, dude. George Fant wasn't the problem.
I thought that right
Van
side
dude,
was
Van
killing
Roten struggled. Van Roten
Nah,
and even Connor McGovern had some issues.
he looked like
he played pretty decent, man. Actually, I think it was Van Roten's really giving the biggest problem. What do you think, Prime Time?
What was that? I'm on Twitter right now, going at it back and forth.
I'm shocked right now.
We're talking about the offensive line, yo. Who played worse on the right side, Fant or Van Roten?
I thought Fant did okay. I mean, Van Roten I saw a few times getting turned around, on his back a little bit, but him and McGovern I thought I expected a little bit more from, but with Fant and Becton, I thought that was as much as you could ask for in week one. The unit as a whole, absolutely, it's going to take time to gel, but the tackles looked all right.
Definitely.
The interior, definitely a lot more to be desired there.
You know what it is? I think Sam is punch drunk. I think he's punch drunk. He was getting killed all last year so much, and he probably was getting killed in training camp.
No, it's clear at this point that he's lost his confidence. And what sucks even more is that after the game now, he's showing his professionalism. He's showing that he could be a leader. He owns his mistakes. And like you guys were mentioning before, Adam Gase is refusing to do that. And then the following day, now he's got to, hear Boomer Esiason, defending Gase, throwing Sam under the bus. You see the articles from Costello, comparing Sam to Blake Bortles. How is this fostering a winning environment for your young quarterback? How is he gaining confidence from this? You are literally setting him up for absolute failure, and it's just so disgusting to watch. And just having these conversations about tanking for Trevor in week one, I can't believe we're here.
This is why the organization don't deserve a real quarterback, man. This is why, though, because we do stuff like this. Sam Darnold is the best quarterback prospect we've had in the last 30 years, and we're about to ruin this kid and run this kid out of town. This is why this organization is such a fucking joke, man. It's a joke. It's a joke move, and it's a joke play, bro. Real talk.
He's gone. Sorry.
And what sucks even more, dude, is just feeling again, that we're punting another year. And as fans, I hear it in your voice. I hear it when I talk to other Jet fans. We're tired of punting seasons. And the pick of Sam Darnold was supposed to be the end of that. When you have a true franchise quarterback, there's no excuse to be punting any seasons. You should be competitive year in and year out when you have that franchise quarterback if you develop him the right way. And we have completely failed him.
Let's hope. Let's just hope we hit on those draft picks, and if we do, let's hope they don't get hurt.
We got 6 of our 9 picks right now, not even playing.
Let's see if we pay him. He might not pay him.
Yeah, but Shaq, here's the thing too: is we're all excited about this draft. Half the college teams aren't even playing. Are they going to play a full season? We don't even know what we're drafting. But now let's get to the part where you're going to take me to task. You want to challenge me, man? What are we fighting about? Let's go.
Oh, the C.J. Mosley. There we go. That one.
Yeah, this take is shit, dude. Bring this take on.
That. I say C.J. knew we lost Jamal Adams. He knew we needed a leader. Why would you lie and say, I just want to opt out for my family and avoid COVID and all that other shit? But we see you at a bar with no mask. What?
Dude, first of all, all of a sudden, now what we're going to do, now as fans, we're going to sit here and analyze what a guy does in his personal life. Now we're going to sit here, and now we're going to assume this picture is current and it happened recently. Secondly, dude, who gives a fuck? If he says, you know what, I don't want to play because I want to take care of my family, dude, that's fine. Then take care of him. Now we're going to sit here and judge him how he handles himself off the field. Dude, that's ridiculous, dude.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Because you're
that's the most petty thing I've ever heard in my life.
You're stealing money from a fragile organization because they're fucking terrible. And then we needed you because when CJ was there last year, the first 2 quarters he was there, the defense played tremendous. 4 turnovers, and not the bullshit turnovers we got this Sunday, but good turnovers. The defense was looking good. Everything was moving well. And then you decide to do this shit. Like, no, if we need you. God, they be paying.
No, but Shaq, if it's all about the team, then why do half the New England Patriots do it? Because they made a decision for their family. And once you make that decision, you live your life how you feel fit. Who the fuck are we to judge, dude? I respect him. Listen, man, this is what you decided to do for your family. Good for you. I really don't give a shit what you do in your personal time. It's not my business. I don't even care. Like, who cares? It's a business, dude. It's a job for him. It's not their life. They don't live and die for this team. They shouldn't. It's a job. Just like after the game, when we're all sitting here, dude, when we're sitting here pissed off, all angry when they lose, do you think these players are pissed? No. They're going out to dinner with their teammates and the opponent. They're hanging out. They're exchanging jerseys. They're giving autographs out. They don't give a rat's ass, dude. It's a job.
Tyson, what it is frustration. When you're losing, when you see a team lose for so many years, you've never seen your team make the Super Bowl since you've been born. It's like, everybody's getting attacked. Everybody. Like,
dude, he's the last on my list,
here,
man. I'm not mad at C.J. Mosley at all, dude. He didn't even play last year. I'm not mad at him at all. I'm mad that contract's gonna be a waste at this point. I don't even care. But now it's like I'm just focused on the owner. I'm focused on the owner. I'm focused on the coach. And I'm focused on the quarterback. That's it. And the general manager.
I gotta jump in here, man. Shaq got the line of the night, bro. Shaq say, bro, if you win the Super Bowl in your lifetime, damn, Shaq, bro, you might never see that shit, bro. The way we going, bro.
Never.
I had to laugh at
bro,
that one, man.
Never, bro. You guys, look, we're all almost, 30 years old, 40 years old. We have never seen our team make the Super Bowl. Not even a fighting chance to get into there. Not even a fighting chance to get in there. Dan had the perfect call, man.
Playoffs?
The perfect call, man.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
God damn. Tyson, man. Just one Sunday, man. Just one Sunday during this year, because we all know it's going to be a miserable season. Let's be honest. Yep. Just one Sunday, man. Just get me in a video chat, please. Could I vent, please?
Listen, we're working on it, man. Primetime night, had to get the live stream started. We're figuring things out. We're gonna get you guys become all divas now. Now you're all celebrities. You all want to get in and be on and all this shit.
No.
We'll get there, man. We're working on it.
Man. Not
God
even
damn,
that,
man.
It's not that.
These callers are all Hollywood, man. Jesus Christ.
No, it's not that, man. I just want to get my take out and just get it all out. Because, Sunday, I just cut the fucking game off. I cut the game off before the half. I didn't even want to see the shit. And then I came back to the game to try to watch it. Chris Herndon fumbles the damn ball. I cut the shit off. I'm not watching that shit. Because I already know. I know what's going to happen. Because you can tell by the energy from the team. They just fucking dead. Like, dead. And you can tell. Like, come on. Like, come on. Why is Adam Gase still here? Why? Why is he still here? And why do fans fall in love with Joe Douglas?
Because they fell in love with Joe Douglas because he's not Mike McCagnon. That's all. So, but Shaq, thank you for calling in, man. We will do our best to get you on the video because we know you're a celebrity. Please don't charge us too much. I know you have a high price tag, and we have a very limited budget, man.
Yeah, don't tell my price tag, man. I won't,
Have a good night, man.
Wow.
This show's a disaster. We're gonna go to Mike in Jersey City. Mike, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's up, Mike? How you? Well, we Jets fan, baby. You already know how we doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this glass half full here.
Oh,
we needed that game exactly how it played out. We needed exactly how that played out. First play of the game, special teams penalty, right? exactly how it played out. Why? It's going to get Gase out of here faster. That's how I'm looking at it. No fan should be looking for a win this season. No fan, not one. They should be looking for games exactly like that because that's how Gase is going to get out of here. The media is just going to keep hailing on this man. Chris Johnson is going to feel the pressure, and I'm going to bet probably by 0-4, 0-5 he's gone. Now, I know that's pretty optimistic, and I think this is the season where we will see if Douglas is really tied to Gase or if, it was just like, hey, thanks for getting me the job, but no, bye-bye. And I'm going to do my own thing. And obviously we hope that that's the route he's going to take, but I think that's what's going to happen this season. So that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it half full like that because obviously it was like, that first penalty, special teams, it was just like, okay, here we go, And everything between what Dan said and Shaq, I can agree with. Only thing that Dan mentioned was, like, he said something about you couldn't give Robbie Anderson $3 extra mil or whatever. I just want to say, like, I think people are underestimating the fact that a lot of these players who have left the Jets now under, the Gase regime, it's most likely due to the fact that, like, just Gase didn't want him there, and they probably didn't get along. Like, you think a guy like Robbie Anderson, who told the cop to suck his dick or whatever it was, or stick an eyeball in his dick, I forget, he's going to get along with a guy like Gase? No, they probably hated each other. And, so I just think Gase has his, finger wrapped around it. We keep seeing with the press conferences, he has the balls to really just throw anyone under the bus, and it is what it is. But these games are going to get him out of New York faster. I hope to believe that, but and I didn't realize about Marcus May that he's up next year. So maybe it's in Joe Douglas's best interest if he's not going to pay him to trade him this year at the trade deadline.
I already threw the trade deadline. Right now, right now for the trade deadline, I already expect Le'Veon Bell to be shipped out of here. Like half these guys are gonna get traded out of here. I already expect you can see it.
I want a fire, but I do. I want a fire sale. And so the next thing I'm going with is like in my best scenario, what's going to happen is Gase does get fired. I really could give a shit who gets put as interim, Williams or whatever. That doesn't make a difference because next year someone should be brought in completely new. If I'm Douglas, in my perfect world, literally going to Tony Romo, and I'm giving him an open book, and I'm also calling Eric Bellamy from the Chiefs and seeing however they want to do it. And I guess I want to get on fans for not like if you saw the breakdown of the game, Darnold of course has regressed. He made terrible decisions, but you cannot sit here and say that if Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson was drafted by us with the Bowles-Bates era and now the Gase-Loggins era, that they would be even remotely close to what they are right now. So, I mean, it's like, we get on Sam, but it's like, look at what he's had to work with. Absolutely nothing. Last year it was the atrocity of an offensive line. I mean, Spencer Long, for Christ's sake. And then this year we have literally no offensive weapons whatsoever. And so, that shot's on Douglas. That's ridiculous. But I think if fans just kind of going on Twitter and saying, "Oh, he's not our guy," well, you have to put some like perspective in it, and you have to explain why. If he isn't our guy, like it's not his fault. It's because literally who have the Jets given him to work with? Absolutely no one. And as you said, Tyson, like it's apparent. It's apparent. Bates was so much better for his kid. Gase is just like literally plucking him dry right now.
Yep.
Well, let me ask you a question. What about after the game Sunday? Are there any good points that you take away from Sunday's game?
Oh, absolutely. The only reason I'll be watching the rest of the year is because Mekhi Becton. I don't know if you guys saw the Bally breakdown of him, but he just fired me up. And I mean, he was just throwing guys left and right. I mean, we hit on that, but yeah, Mekhi Becton's the real deal. I'm happy about that. Font played pretty well. May's I think going to have a good year, but I just you like I said, looking at it glass half full, you kind of want the rest of the season to be like what we just saw. It's going to be painful, but it's for the best. I hope to believe that Gase gets tossed like, 0-4, 0-5, 0-6, and he's tossed. I just don't see it because it's like you have Manish has the personal vendetta against him, so he's all over him. Connor Rock, just everyone came down on him on Monday. So it was just like I don't see that letting up, and I just think that there's going to be so much pressure. I really think Chris Johnson is watching this season, and I think there's no really reason for me to just rip Gates a new one because it's like as soon as we hired him, I knew this is what was going to happen. This is what we got. This is what I expected it, and it's turning the tables right now. And so it's like there's no reason to rip the guy anymore. Like he is what he is. He's a terrible coach. He's not even a coach. He wouldn't get, like someone said, he wouldn't even get a high school job right now. The bubble screens, on more than 5 yards on third down. Like, what are you doing? It's a shit show. It's an unmitigated shit show. And so that's what the Jets have been. But hopefully, like I said, I think we're going to see this season who Joe Douglas is best interested in. Is that for the actual franchise, or is that him, thanking Buddy Gase for getting him the job? I mean, what do you expect? You fire Mike McCagnon after he drafts. Complete unorthodox way of management with this fucking organization. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, other than Becton, May, Font, and a couple of those guys, who knows? And I just want to mention like this new fucking guy from the Dolphins getting picked up before Bilal Powell. That's all you need to fucking know. I mean, it's like and Rex Ryan said it best. And Michael Kay said it best too. If we get beat by the Dolphins this year, I mean, last year was bad enough, but if we get beat by the Dolphins this year, it's like, how can you not fire the guy? I mean, you hired him after he got booted from the Dolphins, and now you have Tua, a rookie, and they come in and beat us. You know what I mean? Like, it's just he's still well within that organization, just taking all the trash out from them and bringing it to the Jets. I mean, Bilal Powell is a fucking, like, where is he? And you get this, I don't even know his name.
Nick Balazs. Mike, thanks for calling him, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Have a good night,
man. These are some quality calls tonight, boy. This is some show, man. Woo.
Man, where's Primetime at, man?
I'm going at
He's
it on
in shock,
Twitter, man. I'm sitting back eating some popcorn and going back on Twitter, man. I'm still shocked.
All right.
Go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, I mean, maybe I missed it while I was, fielding some calls, but, like, has anybody even mentioned, like, the number of ex-Jets that shined this weekend?
Not yet.
Like, when we talk about the lack of talent on this roster, and you got Leonard Williams now making plays. He had a sack last night. You got Osemele making pancakes on Thursday night. You got Robbie Anderson over 100 yards, 75-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter. Jamal Adams all over the field. I mean, how many guys already...
Kelvin Beachum played well.
Exactly, yes. So how many guys have we already pushed out the door that could have helped this team? That, I mean, look at what we're working with right now. And there's guys elsewhere that are contributing. And this is more of the same patterns of what we saw from Gase in Miami. And that's why the notion that this is just a one-week thing and, we got to give him time. No, this is a repetitive pattern that we're seeing over and over and over again, and it's not changing.
Yep. All right. Well said, Primetime. We're going to go back to the calls. This show is just epic, man. And now we're going to go to a Bills fan. Oh, Christ. I hope he doesn't run into their face. But we're going to John in Detroit. What's up, John?
Hey, how you guys doing? I really love the show. I actually came across it like 6 months ago, and you guys are really knowledgeable. I was telling my father when we watched the game on Sunday how much we respect the Jets fans and how intense you guys are. But I just wanted to say, as a Bills fan, I love the Bills, but I respect NFL football. I love NFL football. And what the Jets are doing to Sam Darnold is criminal. It's criminal. The receiver position, I mean, it's not just Adam Gase. I know Joe Douglas just got there, but just those first two picks, I love Becky Becton. Actually, if the Bills didn't trade for Diggs, he was one of the guys I targeted. I liked the Denzel Mims pick. And then after that, it was like Joe Douglas, maybe Adam Gase took over the draft or something. I didn't like the safety pick. Zuniga was banged up at Florida constantly. The P. Ryan pick was all right, but I would have taken a receiver, an offensive lineman there. Like, all those picks, the punter pick didn't make sense. And it's just the Bills, they traded for Diggs and they drafted 2 receivers. And I'm looking at what Sam Darnold has to work with. It's just Chris Hogan, I mean, he's okay as like a number 4, number 5, I guess. But and it's not just about Adam Gase or Joe Douglas and Sam Darnold's development. But over the past 10 years, the NFL has changed. It's all like it's arguing about like Jamal Adams or who's starting at inside linebacker so misses the point in like the 30,000-foot view. This league is about scoring 30, 40, 50 points. It's about surrounding Sam Darnold with tons of receivers and going 5 wide and lighting it up. And it's like Adam Gase is not even doing – he doesn't run any motion, you know, the cliche run, pass on third down. And it's just – yeah, I'm a Bills fan. I enjoyed the win. And I think I heard it on NFL Network, was it a few days ago, and I think this is true. I really do – I'm starting to think a lot of quarterbacks drafted, more of them are ruined than actual good quarterbacks chosen and developed. But I'm interested in your guys' comments if you want to talk for a bit. Yeah.
Well, first of all, man, I'd like to thank you for calling, man, even though you're a Bills fan. But you kind of sound like a Jet fan over there, bro. Like, you understand our struggle over here, man. It's been an ongoing struggle and battle. Now, you listen to the show. You know I'm not a big fan of Josh Allen. But I will give you credit, man. Your team played well coached, good defense, good receivers. Even your quarterback played well. So this is what we've been going through, man. You know, when you have an organization who don't have a good head coach, you don't have a good GM, you have 10 years of bad drafting, and you don't have the proper leadership, this is what happens. So when you finally get a franchise quarterback like Sam Darnold who could be something great, and you don't put talent around him, and then you blame him for the mistakes. But you understand that Adam Gase is probably the worst head coach that could ever be hired. You know what I'm saying? He has not done nothing in the last 4 or 5 years. You know, he's holding on to what he did with Peyton Manning, and that really wasn't much. So at the end of the day, man, this is the problem that we have. This is being a Jet fan, and this is what happens when you have a great quarterback like Sam that's going to be crushed down. Prime time, am I wrong?
Well, I want to go back to what our caller just mentioned, which is about, you know, a lot more quarterbacks being destroyed than developed, which is a phenomenal take because Sam can have all the talent in the world, which I believe he does, and we haven't done anything to mold that. Meanwhile, Josh Allen, who has some obvious flaws in his game, he's been put in the perfect environment to succeed. The Bills have done everything right by him, and on Sunday, you saw that. He played circles around Sam. You can't even deny that. He looked significantly better, and he was more confident than Sam as well. So just from an organizational standpoint, they have put him in position to succeed while the Jets haven't done that with Sam. And so you can compare the talents all you want, but the production, there's no comparison. Josh Allen right now, today, looks better because of what the Bills have done around him.
Am I still here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I still am a big believer in Sam Darnold. And I'll just hang up and listen to you guys after this. But I think, you know, obviously the fans, they control it, you know, being a consumer. This guy cannot have these next 4 first-round picks. He cannot be there. And I'm just being as an outside fan. I pay attention to a lot of football, especially in the division. I'm skeptical of Joe Douglas. I was very, you know, it's still early with those picks after Becton and Mims. I didn't understand those picks more than any other team because I thought the Jets with Sam Darnold we're probably going to challenge Buffalo more than the Dolphins and Patriots over the next coming years. I was watching your guys' draft, and I was like, what is he doing? Why is he taking a safety? Get another stud offensive lineman. Get one of those awesome receivers, man. Load up. Give Sam Darnold some juice, man. And it's just I respect Jets fan. I've never been to the Jets game, but I want to see Fireman Ed. I want to go to a Jets game. But I just want to say, you got to get Gase out of there, and good luck the rest of the season, and take care.
Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Let's go. Have a good night. Yo, what has this show become when you got Bills fans calling in, bro? I'm done. This is the plight. When you got Bills fans feeling bad for us, this shit's over with, man.
I think I just. Well, first off, that was a phenomenal call, but I think I just read the tweet of the year. Shout out to 10Snake37, whoever the hell this is. Adam Gase will be fired this year, and he makes a great point. Born in 1978, which is a horse year, he'll be fired in 2020, which is the year of the rat. Rich Kotite was born in 1942, which was the year of the horse, fired in 1996, the year of the rat. Rat and horse are enemy signs. Chinese astrology, zodiac signs never fail.
Jesus Christ!
Hey,
oh my God!
Hey, hold on, Tyson. You know what? Listen, man. I got a great analogy for you guys. You know what watching that game was like Sunday for me? It's like getting your manhood stuck in the zipper, right? And realizing that you did that shit. That's what it felt like to be watching that game Sunday, bro. It just killed the whole vibe, man. It's just, great caller. But I'm saying, bro, when you have Bills fans feeling bad for us, bro, feeling bad for
Dude, we
Sam,
had them on our live stream. We had a bunch on our live stream, man. We had a bunch of them on there. And a lot of them felt bad for us, too.
This is horrible, man.
I'm happy for Bills fans, though, because, for the last 2 decades, they've gone through a lot of what we've gone through, and, it finally looks like they're turning a corner. So I have no reason to hate on any Bills fans, man. I feel good for them. Good for them.
Nah, me too, because actually, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man, they destroyed us, man, and they enjoyed it. And the funny thing about it was they were a better team, and they showed up a better team. And, the funny part about it is we could have beat the Bills if we would have played good football. We didn't match their intensity, you know what I'm saying? We matched their intensity in the trenches, but other than that, no one else showed up. And that's how do you get off the bus for the first game of the season with no fire, no emotion, no nothing, man? It was like a preseason game. That's what it felt like. So it's gonna be a long season, man. And I'm not excited about the future. And we have a bulldozer coming in next Sunday. San Francisco's coming in. They lost. They're pissed off. They're gonna come in and hit us in the.
They may not have Kittle though.
Hey, it doesn't matter, bro. Our defense can't stop nobody, bro. They'll have Garoppolo.
All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that on Friday. We're going to go to Rafi in New Jersey. Rafi, what's up, man?
What's up, Rafi?
Hey, guys. Look, here's how I'm going to start this off. All right. So, as bad as this play column is, the one thing you cannot excuse is how he's ruined Sam Darnold's confidence. Because that is by far, it's not arm strength, it's not IQ. A quarterback's confidence is the most important thing. And that guy looked demoralized after the first drive. In February, we saw Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the NFL. That guy threw 2 interceptions in the Super Bowl in the biggest game of his life. Yet his confidence, he was able to bring his team back. We saw Brett Favre throw multiple interceptions in crucial games, yet his confidence still brought him back. It is outrageous what this guy's done to Sam's confidence. That is because once a quarterback loses his confidence, he loses his trust. Sam, he did not trust his pass protection by one bit. People were saying, "Oh yeah, the O-line looked okay." Yeah, they looked okay, for first game ever. They're still gelling, so yeah, you give them that. But the amount of time Sam Darnold, he ran out of the pocket because he just does not trust it. And his footwork is a result of that. He was doing cha-cha slides in there. He didn't know what to do, and just throwing off motion, balance. It's horrible, man. And all these people saying, "Oh yeah, let's take Trevor Lawrence." It's not gonna make a difference. You know why Trevor Lawrence looks like Trevor Lawrence? Because he has top 10 recruits from all over the country and the best college coach. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're right, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, right now, Sam Darnold's not playing with any confidence. Yeah, he's not playing with any confidence, and he has no confidence in his scheme. He has no confidence in what his eyes are seeing. He's a mess, dude. It's a bona fide mess.
And you know what? You spoke the truth when you said Trevor Lawrence looks so good. All these good quarterbacks at these big schools look good because they're playing with the best players in the country alongside them. And they're playing against lesser competition. That's the whole problem. And the thing about, I don't care who you put in the quarterback. If you put Patrick Mahomes on this team right now, there's no way that he would have won Sunday. This is what happens when you have inadequate teammates and coaching and receivers. And, and the laughable thing about Joe Douglas, and I'm starting to really see this, is he said, I'm comfortable with the talent that we have. There's no way you could watch that game and tell me you're comfortable with the receivers that we have right now. And I think, and I want everybody to get this twisted, man. We love the Jets. It's just so hard to keep losing and get used to a bad product. I don't care if we lose every game. All I want to do is see these guys fight. These guys aren't even fighting, man. They're not even in these games, man. And that's ridiculous, man. It's just it's demoralizing.
And the thing that's most infuriating in Sam Darnold's in his final games in the rookie year, his number one receiver was Robbie Anderson, and you know whose number two was Andre Roberts. And you know who was his running back? Elijah McGuire. And guess who was on the O-line? Spencer Long and Jonathan Harrison. And in the Texans game, I'm pretty sure Brent Qualley played for 50% of the game. And it's amazing how it's crazy how he looked so much better in those 4 games than he has with Gase. And with 1 year under his system, it's just so infuriating because he doesn't deserve this. I'm not sure if Sam Darnold committed war crimes in Eastern Europe to deserve this.
Dude, it's true. Listen. I'm telling you right now, Todd Bowles did a better job with less than Adam Gase is doing, and it's not even close. Him and Jeremy Bates did a better job. They did, and you hired this guy to make Sam Darnold better and make your offense better. That's the crazy thing.
And
he has no accountability. Prime time. Say something.
Dude, I got nothing to say. Callers are killing it. You guys are killing it. Dude, I wish I had something positive to contribute, man, because, I came into this year, I was like, I'm going to give Adam Gase a chance. I'm going to forget last year. I'm going to hope that he learns. I'm going to hope that him and Sam have some chemistry this year. And it just took one game for all of those same things to come right back. And, again, I understand what he's working with. New O-line, 4 or 5 starters. Perriman didn't practice a lot. I get all the adversity. But you know what? You were hired for a specific purpose, which is to elevate your quarterback. Show something. Some creativity, up-tempo. Sam was moving the ball when we were going up-tempo. So do something outside the box. You had all offseason to prepare for this game, and that was the best you could do. That's why we're like this right now. So,
and, bro, this is crazy because it's game 1. Normally we at least get 3 weeks of believing. We're crushed in game 1.
But
every
Tyrone,
season.
But Tyrone, here's the question. But Tyrone, who was the last team they played against last year?
Buffalo.
So the last game you played is the first game you played. You couldn't learn anything from the last game and transfer it over, carry over, you know what? I want to try this. I've seen this. Even though it was their second and third stringers, the ineptitude of Adam Gase and his game plan this week is epic, dude. How bad it is. It's it's crazy that we had to endure that.
Hey Tyson, you think he ran the same game plan he had for week 16 last year?
Did you see how many differences did you see? What exactly was
None.
different?
None. There was no difference.
And you know what? The idea that the personnel, and we're not going to argue that the personnel, especially at wideout, is good enough. But the Niners just signed Mohamed Sanu today. There's been veterans out there that we could have picked up. We've had Braxton Berrios on this team on the practice squad for over a year now. He didn't see 1 rep at wide receiver. So at some point, what is Joe Douglas doing? He's had over a year now to try and bring in some wideouts, a position that we know we needed to address. We had money this offseason. We had draft picks, and this is the best that we could have did for Sam. That's not right, man.
Yep.
Yeah, if I can comment,
that's not right.
I feel like people are they're not Joe Douglas. He deserves more blame. People his philosophy is he's going to go for the bargain signing. He's going to try to save money for next year. But if you see the amount of record-breaking contracts that were signed this year with no they didn't even care about we'll save money for next year. It's amazing how we could have had Jack Conklin, an above-average tackle, just for $4 million more instead of George Fant. Albeit George Fant played all right, but it's this offense would be in such a different and better shape if we were just
DeAndre Hopkins, Stephon Diggs, all these playmakers, man. Elite receivers were traded.
We have this the first round pick we got for Jamal Adams this year, I would I would use that on Allen Robinson in a heartbeat because right now
first?
only half of yeah, for Allen Robinson.
He ain't getting no first there, big homie. He ain't getting. I give him a good third for Allen Robinson in a heartbeat. But
that guy put like 1,200 yards with Mitchell Trubisky last year. How do you like that? That's a good receiver. Well, Mitchell Trubisky,
he's also going to be a free agent.
No, brother.
Year, so.
He's a great receiver, brother. But he's not a first round receiver. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not worth a first. That's what I'm trying to say. But he's a great receiver. No, bro, no, listen. I want Allen, bro. I mean, listen. That would make that's what Sam needs right there. He's 27 years old. He's a great receiver. But I think that the problem with that is, and every Jet fan wants him, but I think the problem is Adam Gates probably don't want him. So if Gates doesn't want him, we don't get him.
You're right.
And that's not a good GM. That's
but you know
a bad GM doing that.
But hold on. If Gates doesn't want him, why can't Joe Douglas say, no, this is a talented wide receiver. We don't have anything at wide receiver. You're going to make this fucking work. Like, why can't Joe Douglas say that? Does he have that authority to do that? Like, that's something we need to know.
That's the point I was just trying to make. A good GM will go with a play. Listen, he wants out of town. You probably get him for a third. Why not? We have 2/3 this year. Why not make that pull and give Sam some help
and spend the money?
I mean, the only way I think you do it is if you actually have him in the fold long term, because he's a free agent at the end of the year. So it would have to be like a trade and then a contract extension afterwards. But even still, if DeAndre Hopkins only fetched a second rounder, I'm not giving up more than that for Allen Robinson. I'd be okay with a third. And then if you sign him in here, then it becomes a second. Yeah, go ahead.
You're trading him to keep him long term. You're trading him and opening up your bank, your checkbook there, and saying, "Here's a 3 or 4 year deal. You're going to be around for the next 3 or 4 years." Like that's.
Yeah,
but you spend the money. This money that you're hoarding up for next year like a fucking squirrel, you spend it now.
Absolutely, especially at wide receiver. That is the biggest area that we need, especially, for Sam's confidence. He has nothing to work with right now. Wide receiver is the most important position that we have to address. We just poured all these resources into the O-line. You got to figure after a few weeks they're going to gel and be at least much improved from last year. So get some wide receivers in here. Get your answers about your head coach and your quarterback, and then you move forward with what you have in the offseason.
Rafi, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Before I leave, look, I know people there's nothing to look forward to, but when the next coach comes, people need to understand that we have a nice young core. We got Sam Darnold, hopefully. We have Mekhi Becton. We have Denzel Mims. We have Bless Austin. We have Marcus May. We have Blake Cashman. That's a good core, for next, and Quinnen Williams, Foley Fatukasi. You got a good young core for the years to come. People if there's nothing to look forward to, just look forward to those players at least. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night. I mean, I'm gonna let that one go. We're just gonna go to the next caller. We're gonna go to Luca in Brooklyn. Luca, what's up?
Nothing much, guys. How are you?
Well, you've heard this show, man. It's been a little bit chaotic tonight. We're angry as hell.
Right. It's just we can't build around a young quarterback. It's not even the wide receivers. Now we have a 37-year-old at starting running back. We couldn't even pick up anybody else, right?
It's embarrassing, man. It's like you look at your starting roster. You have journeyman receivers. You have a 37-year-old running back. I mean, you have a tight end was invisible last week. Another guy's coming off an injury. I mean, it's a nightmare, man.
Yep, we couldn't even pick up our own buddy Bilal Powell, who's actually familiar with the Gate system. But I guess we have to go with familiarity. But if that's the case, why not go back to Bilal Powell? Seriously.
Exactly. Dude, I mean, at this point, you can make a case to bring back Bilal Powell, Demaryius Thomas, just bring in bodies that are actually capable. To rely on a Josh Malone as your next receiver line is ridiculous. I mean, the roster management is mind-blowing. And, I mean, Gates going to get some blame for it, but Joe Douglas is doing it too. Joe Douglas keeps getting a pass from people. I have no idea why. But what we're lining up on Sunday is embarrassing, dude. It's pathetic.
Douglas shouldn't be absolved from blame, especially when we have $30 million in cap and we have an issue at edge rusher as well. Literally no pressure coming to Allen, and then we just had missed sacks all over the place. Could have been 3, 4, 5 sacks, but we had to miss some. Where was Quinnen Williams? Where was he?
Tyrone,
Seriously.
No, I'm gonna say this right here. No, and brother, you're absolutely correct, bro. Like I've been saying it all night long, man. It was 0 pass rush in that game. How can you win like that? You know, and nobody's resolved from this. And it starts at the top, man. It has to be Joe Douglas. It has to be Gates, because these are the guys that make the decisions. And
Tyrone, but this Quentin Williams shit though. You know what the problem is? Like, why does everybody else show more of an impact when they're in a game as opposed to when he's in there? Like, whether it's Phillips, McClendon, whoever it is, they're always making plays. When he's in there, it's always like he's missing something, he's falling down, he gets a little push. Like, what is the problem? Like, I don't understand. Like, you know what he is? He's like a Leonard Williams again. He's a solid player, but he's not worthy of being a number 3 pick in the draft.
No, my problem is this. Why every time we draft a defensive lineman, why are they always nice guys? Why can't we get somebody nasty? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep,
absolutely. Do we always got to pick the nice guy? Yeah, man. Like, that's just what it is. He's a nice guy. I don't want a nice guy. I want somebody nasty, bro, that's going to pull a Sue move or kick you while you're on the ground, man. Let me get some of that in my life.
Like, I'm at the point now, like, to be honest with you, but, like, I'm at the point now, like, if this things keep going like this is only week 1, I'm just angry as shit. If it keeps going like this to, like, week 6, week 7, I trade Quentin Williams too. Like, if we're going to blow this up and really embrace the rebuild, Bell can go, Quentin Williams can go. I mean, I got the entire roster, but, like, you know what? If we're going to get a new coach in here, give him a blank sheet, man, a blank canvas, and let's just start over. Because it's not worth it, man.
I mean, we like to rebuild every year, so that's why we haven't been in the playoffs so long. Let's also mention Adam Gase's smugness. He reminds me a lot of Ben McAdoo.
Absolutely. His press conference yesterday was inexcusable, man. To not take any accountability and to double down on his play calling is ludicrous. There's no way you can do that, especially in New York after that performance. There's no way, dude. This, that's just crazy.
Yeah, like some of the play calls I do question, like the second down and long runs. That's what makes me so angry. Why not establish the ground and pound with your rookie left tackle who can actually run block aside from anybody else on your offensive line? The interior offensive line was horrible yesterday.
Yep.
Hey, bro, that's what listen, bro. Hey, listen. I'm going to tell you, when you watch Sunday's game, right, pay attention.
Right.
We run the ball on every second down, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I don't know prime time if the numbers up for me, but I guarantee you, we run the ball 85% of the time on second down, which is so obvious, bro. Like San Francisco is going, bro. They're going to T-ball that, bro. They're going to T-ball that. I'm telling you, it's going to be. They're going to pin their ears back, bro. Come after us. That's what Buffalo did, man. Listen, you can watch them. They knew the plays we were running, bro. This is crazy. But this is our head coach who wouldn't change any plays that he picked. Who's gonna blame your quarterback for your whack ass game plan, bro? This is what we got to go through as Jet fans, man. I'm sick of this, bro. I'm over it, man. I can't drink my problems away all season, man. I'm gonna be in AA by Wednesday.
Okay.
Bro. It's just crazy.
Same here, and then you got same old with Le'Veon Bell running into a loaded box or an offensive lineman falling down.
Yep, and now he's out for 3
bro,
weeks. Makes it even worse.
Bro, they had 8 in the box, bro. Numerous times they had 8 in the box. Why don't you have Sam check out of that? Like, how is that possible?
But Tyrone, it was everything. Like, even when they tried to throw the ball, either it was a bad pass or guys were dropping it. The routes were bad. I mean, it was just a calamity of errors, man. It's like, it's just ugly football. It's just ugly all the way around. But
you go out swinging, though, man. Listen, if they went out swinging, would nobody on this show be frustrated? The problem is they laid down, bro. I don't mind you losing, but give me effort. Give me trying to run something exotic. Give me something to look forward to. You're showing me the same whack-ass wide receiver screens that hasn't worked in the last 2 years your ass been here, bro. They ain't worked in Miami. This shit don't work. That shit didn't work in Denver, bro.
And you got to trade for Allen Robinson. It's not even the principle of trying to win games because you're clearly not doing that this year. It's the principle of helping your young quarterback grow.
Yep. Which is the goal of this season, man. That's the whole goal of this season is to build Sam up,
Hell
get the offense going.
Shouldn't that have been last year's goal, though?
Listen, bro.
It should have been.
You trade.
It should be every year he's here.
You trade for Robinson, and you give Sam something to work with, a number one receiver for the rest of the season. Why not do that? Give this kid a chance to win. Joe Douglas, he gonna sit in front of his parents and tell him you're gonna protect Sam. Give Sam a chance to fucking win, bro.
Well, just to play devil's advocate and listening to some of the feedback on Twitter, if you do make that trade for Robinson, right? Does that not potentially give Gase an out? Let's say if there's minimal progress this year, right, and you're 5-11, you're 6-10, is that going to be deemed now enough by making this trade that okay, we can bring Gase back for another year?
Like, I don't even give a shit about the end of the season. Like, just give the kid some goddamn weapons. Like,
I agree that for Sam's sake, absolutely, you have to get him weapons. But what I'm saying is that if you don't get him those weapons and you bottom out and you're able to get him those weapons at the end of the year and it means Gase is gone, is that not a better scenario going forward? I'm just throwing that out there.
It's not a better scenario because you know why? Because by then his quarterback's going to be destroyed. And sometimes you get to the point of no turning back because he already has happy feet. He's already questioning himself. He's already doubting himself. Add more 15 weeks of this shit? No, you try to address it as fast as possible.
No, I agree.
And I'm gonna be real with you. What's Obo, who's a Texans quarterback, Carr, the older brother? Look what happened to him. He got David. Yeah, exactly. He got killed 3 years in a row, and his ass is doing commentary right now, bro, because of that same kind of bullshit. So you're gonna give Sam any? Listen.
It took Alex Smith 7 years before he had a winning season, also. So I mean, every quarterback's different.
But hold on. But prime time, they're not giving quarterbacks 7 years. They're giving them three and then looking for somebody else. Let me ask you a question, prime time. Name a young quarterback right now that has less weapons than Sam.
Oh, there's none.
Name one.
It's not even close. There's nobody.
Okay. And if you want to name one quarterback that has less talent than Sam, I'm gonna say Cam Newton because the Patriots don't have any receivers as well.
Look at the coach that he's working with.
But they have a great ass. Hold on, listen. I saw about to say they have a great ass head coach. Like a head coach can get past that. Our problem is we're not a head coach. All the years Andy Reid won in Philly, he never had good receivers, but he was a good ass head coach who schemed this. We don't have that, bro. That's the problem. And if they bring Joe Douglas back next year, they bring Adam Gase back next year, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not watching their Jet game. I'm sorry, I'm not watching that, bro. I'm sick of bad product, man. I'm sick of being frustrated and my blood pressure through the roof. Fuck that. I'm not doing it to myself.
And then Joe Douglas made two risks this offseason. Number one, you didn't sign your top receiver in Robbie Anderson, regardless how much he wanted. That was a major risk because Sam and him had a connection. Number two, you took a risk on James Morgan in the fourth round instead of drafting another receiver, which I find absolutely ridiculous.
And then on top of that, not even that, man. Listen, you only drafted one receiver, period. You could have got a receiver in the fifth round, sixth round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Like the kid that Denver got, he's hurt last night. This kid's been killing it. Vance Jefferson is killing it in practice, bro. The kid that Oakland got, killing it, bro. We had to listen. Only the Jets would draft a receiver who really need a receiver, would draft a receiver that's going to be hurt before the season starts. That's our history, bro. And you only take one receiver. Listen, the best player Sunday on the field was a fucking punter, bro. I was excited to watch him punt, bro. He had one bad punt. Come on, bro. Kid's gonna be an all-star. Hey Tyson, when you ask who will be our one Pro Bowler, our punter, bro. That's who it's gonna be, bro. That's it.
Lucas, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you. All right, good night.
Yeah, have a good night, bro.
All right, we're gonna go to our friend Justin. Justin, what's up, man?
Oh my, where do we start, fellas?
Just Blaze. Let's cry together. I've been crying the last 2 days.
Oh
man.
my God, yo! My blood pressure was going, man. Everything was going all weekend. Finally calmed down, and my heart rate's going again after calling the show. Let's get this jet rehab going, man. Well, let's start with the positives, which we all know there weren't many. Becton played great. Bless Austin showed some flashes. And May had a good game. All right, that's enough of the positives. Let's go to the negatives. Joe Douglas, enough is enough, man. The dude, all I heard all offseason was Robbie Anderson's not a number one receiver. Is he a two? Is he a one? Blah, blah, blah. I said it all offseason. Let's give Robbie the extra bag. He has chemistry with Sam. I don't care if he's a 1. Now everyone's complaining, oh, this guy has no receivers. Well, yeah, we should have paid Robbie, like I said. All right, let's not talk about that. All right, Joe Douglas, we talk about, oh, he's good at drafting. Meanwhile, did you see his 2017 draft on the Eagles? Basically, all of them got cut. So let's pump the brakes with Joe Douglas. The Gase is terrible. Now we got Bell on IR. It's just terrible. Every time I think something to look forward to, it's just mind-boggling. At this point, it's just terrible. Now you got Becton going against Bosa this week. Great. It's just, I'm usually looking forward to Sundays, and now it takes a lot, and it's just nothing to look forward to in this team. It's terrible all around. When my dad's a Bills fan and he's laughing at me and he had to listen to the show, he's just laughing at it because they feel bad because it's just a joke at this point. Let's get into it. Oh, Drew Lock got weapons, drafted 2 receivers, got O-line help, got Jerry Jeudy, got Melvin Gordon, another running back that can produce. Let's go to Kyle Murray. Oh, traded for DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, Buffalo. Oh, wait, traded for Stephon Diggs, drafted a running back. Made it a priority to, help their young offensive, quarterback that they think is the franchise guy. What the hell did we do? We signed a guy who had 5 good games in an okay system with James Winston throwing 40 times. Wake up. Whether it be trade for Allen, we got to trade for Allen Robinson, or it might just be terrible for Sam's growth for the whole season. Because Allen Robinson, I mean, you're punting on the season when you're not trading for Stephon Diggs, Hopkins, or even in the runnings are making offers for these guys. If we don't make an offer for Allen Robinson, that would just be sickening in my mind because it's not even about wins and losses at this point. It's just about Sam's progression. So if we don't make a move for Allen Robinson, Joe Douglas should be slapped in the face because that would just be terrible to go on top of all this craziness and negativity that is going on already.
Your thoughts, Tyrone.
Well, Justin, I have to truly agree with you in every aspect of what you just said, bro. This whole night has been the same formula, bro. Like Allen Robinson will be a great receiver for Sam to grow with. Man, it's horrible listen to people say, and don't get me wrong, Sam had a bad game. I give him that. He had a bad game, but 50% his blame because his feet weren't together. You missed some easy throws, but
yeah,
I'm
sure.
sorry, man. But when you have a whole off season, then you go through a pandemic, and that's the game plan you come up with, man. That is just atrocious. Then my real question, Justin, is how you feel. Okay, then your boy Bless Austin, I ain't gonna front, man. Played his ass off, but other than that, how do you feel about the other side moving forward, and who the fuck can we put in there to step up and do something?
All right. Let's talk about burnt toast. Pierre Desir, he did his best Tremaine Johnson impression. Pierre Desir looked horrible. The dude, I mean, we had Nate Hairston in there, and he didn't look much better, although I think that pass interference was nonsense. But the other side of the ball is it's just terrible. Oh, I mean, did the guy – hold on. I had to laugh, and I had to put the show on mute because did the guy really – I want to clarify this with you guys. Did the guy really say, oh, we have a future to look forward to with Sam Darnold and Quentin Williams? Did the guy really mention that? Or was I hearing
No, he said that.
Yeah, he said that.
What are you smoking, man? Quentin Williams, dude, you're a top 5 pick, and this guy is – you can put my sister or my dad in, and they can make a bigger impact than you. Quentin Williams, what is this guy doing? To make it all worse, this guy is like a non-factor. I mean, year 2, I was like, all right, I'm going to give this guy a break. But this guy is not even doing anything to make matters a little worse. Quentin Williams looks like he's nothing. You can replace him with a rat, and he'll be better.
Leonard Williams, too.
And how bad was it? Exactly. How bad was the pass rush, though? This is the inapt news of having a pass rush.
Oh my God! I told my dad. All right, I counted. I think Josh Allen had about. I said my dad even said Josh Allen didn't even have He didn't even do that good, but everyone thinks he did good. He had about 8 seconds every time in the pocket to throw the ball. All he had to do was sit and dink and dunk. When Stephon Diggs is sliding for a ground ball at like 3rd and 12, I think he made that one play, he just stood like it was a ground ball from shortstop, got under the ball like it was nothing. I mean, the guy had all day to throw the ball, and he was just dinking and dunking. I mean, it was terrible. And to make matters even worse, the game should have been a blowout. They missed that field goal. Those 2 field goals was ridiculous. That really went in. And then the Josh Allen, the 2 fumbles. So to make matters worse, this game should have been a 30-point loss.
Yep.
Well, my point is this, though. If you know Sam's strong point is rolling Sam out, why not do some play action? Like on 2nd down. Why don't you hit them? Everyone thinks you're going to run the ball. Why don't you hit them with a play action? Bootleg Sam out and move down the field.
Play action. I'll settle for a goddamn guy that goes in motion that's not even going to get the ball. How about putting Frank Gore and Le'Veon on the field together? I mean, how about let's creative? It's like the same play call over and over for the same 2 years that the guy recycled it every game after every loss. Creativity. Let's just talk about basics. The dude is not running any type of. The game looked like the Patriot game of last year where we got blown out from them. Did he use that play call? Because that's what it looked like in my mind. The same creativity as last year's Patriot game when we lost by 40. It's just a joke at this point.
When have you guys ever seen a game where there was zero motion? We didn't have any motion. I've never seen that in the NFL. Well, you don't shift a guy, move a guy to find out what the defense is doing.
Because, Tyrone, you don't realize we're going where football is going. You just don't realize it yet.
What is that, Tyson? Please tell me.
Yeah, we're going where football's going. Punting 40 times a game with an all-pro MVP type punter as your best player, punting 40 times a game.
So bad.
Hey, listen. You know the funny part is before you go to Justin Blaze. Listen, the funny part is that, man. Listen, our punter really punted really well. I just want to put that out there. The positive note.
He did.
He did. Averaging 60 yards, and it just gets worse and worse. Now you got all these clowns. Save that same energy next week when Darnold has one bad game, and now all these clowns want Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, okay, Trevor Lawrence is going to do. He doesn't have no weapons or offensive line either. Yeah, that's going to help for all those Trevor Lawrence stains. It's already started. It's just terrible already. I didn't think it could get this ugly after one game.
Justin, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Good stuff.
Have a good night, bro.
This show tonight, man.
Oh my God! I'm not even listening to the shit tomorrow. You know, I normally listen to the tape again. I'm not really listening to this one, bro. This one right here was different, bro. Oh my God!
All right, we're gonna go to Hugh in Virginia. Hugh, what's up, man?
Fellas, good evening, man. I want to apologize for first calling in so late. I had to put my son to sleep. But it's an honor to finally call after so many times, so many months. But Tyrone, it's a pleasure to be on the call with you, brother.
I appreciate it.
Before I get in there, I just want to thank you guys for what you do. You guys are on point when it comes to how you objectively look at this team. There's a lot of fraudsters out there that try to do what you guys do. And it's just so frustrating how many fraudsters are out there, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy. This fan base is really frustrating. The fact to see what the agenda that some people have out there, I don't know what this irrational connection is with this fraud ass of a head coach that we have on this team. And yet you see them make excuses for this clown over and over. And to now, the blame has completely shifted away from the head coach that was hired, who's getting paid millions of dollars to develop our young quarterback and create an offense that is consistent. They have now shifted and now decided that the issue solely is our quarterback. And to see what this clown did to Miami, who's right up the street from us, in our division, and it's like we have amnesia. He went in there, was given the keys to the car, and completely ran that organization to the ground. Did away with all their best players, completely just left them in calamity, gets fired, then this freaking Chris Johnson hires this dude, and now he's doing the exact same thing to us. What scares me the most is you see the moves that this team has done. Yo, he has a lot of power. I don't know who's in control over there. I don't think Joe Douglas is in that much control. Looking at who we have at quarterback, and I mean, as far as our backup quarterback, like this bum we just picked up today, coming down from Miami. Gase has so much power, and he's not deserving of it whatsoever, and it's just frustrating, man. Top down, he's destroying Sam Darnold right before our eyes. We've waited so long for a franchise quarterback. And can you hear Sam now? Sam sounds so distraught. He's ready to go, because nobody has faith in this guy. And, Jamal, I understand it got ugly, but the man was on to something. He knew how bad his team was going to be, and he wanted out of there. And when Gase eventually does get fired, I don't know if it's going to be this year, next year, who knows? He's going to leave us in calamity, exactly how he did Miami.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh. Unfortunately, we got to wrap this call. We're going to end this show in about 4 minutes. But you made a phenomenal point, man. And the thing is, everything that we were concerned about for him when they hired Gase, all the concerns when we hired him have all come to fruition. Almost every single one of them. Almost every one.
Absolutely correct. Hey, Hugh, what part of Virginia are you from, man?
Oh, I live in Manassas.
Okay.
Just out,
all right.
20-some minutes outside of D.C., 30 minutes outside of D.C.
Okay.
He's down your neck of the woods, Tyrone?
Yes, sir. I now live in Winsboro. That's all I'm saying. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. We got to get up sometime. I promise I'll call in more frequently, man. My work schedule has been crazy. And my son, he when I get home, is nothing else but to do but chill with him. But
that's more
I
enjoyable
listen
than
every
this,
week.
Man.
I'm on the YouTube. I try to interact with you guys as much as I can. But yeah, just keep it up, man. Keep doing what you guys do, man. We need more people like you out there. Too many folks with green goggles and drinking green Kool-Aids and just completely delusional, and it's just frustrating. I get in arguments with these clowns online, and it's crazy, man. The agenda that they try to push out there. So keep it up, fellas.
Hugh, we appreciate it, man. Have a great night.
Have a good night, bro.
All right, Tyrone, we got about 2.5 minutes left. What is your parting shot, my friend?
Well, I just want to say this, guys. It was a hell of a show. I want everybody listening to know that it's going to be a long season. So just get ready. Don't even get your popcorn, man. Get you some sour grapes and some sour apples, because this shit's going to be hard, fellas. I love you. Jets up, baby.
Mr. Primetime, your words of wisdom. Perfect. He's not even listening. Even better. So I'll go to my words of wisdom then. Thank you to everybody that's listening tonight. Thank you to everybody that's been tuning into our live stream, our YouTube channel. We're putting a lot of work into that. At Talk Jets Radio, Instagram and Twitter. Just nysfmag.com. Friday night we'll be doing, I think, another live stream to preview the Jets 49ers. A lot of injuries, so we will see what happens. Primetime, you hit the right button, dude. Look at your buttons. You hit the right buttons. Hold on. We'll put them in the. Primetime, your microphone was off, dude. Oh, my goodness. I keep hitting this button. Oh, that's a perfect ending for this show. All right.
Hey, man,
everybody. It's Friday night.
All right, bro. Love you, man. Be good. Good night.